Today, we're going to talk about the final.
No, restart the whole
Leos.
thing.
Just fully restart.
Alright.
No, not the video too, bro.
But if you say you want me to fully restart, then
Just keep the video.
Just keep the video. That's not important.
hello everyone, welcome back to the Sit Down. I am your co-host, Ryan Rodriguez, joined with...
You one and only Bob Hogan.
Yes, we are. And today, we're going to talk about what went down versus the Leos and Haram. The Leos exceeded my expectation. Bob, what do you think?
Well, they certainly did not exceed my expectations. I think it actually stayed the same. I still think the Rock is a better team. Even though the Leos dominated the entire game except until the end, which we'll talk about later. I just don't think they're really that good. I think it was a fluke game, to be honest.
Well, from what I saw that their chemistry played a big part in how they performed. Now, what I said earlier about Pablo not being a good shooter and Oscar being 50-50 did show during that game, but Anthony absolutely dominating, being the MVP for that game, at least for the Leos, of course. Yeah, I feel like chemistry played a humongous part. It was a close game. It was 21-19. But apparently, one of the Leos, David, who was a last-minute pickup, faked an injury. What do you think about that, Bob?
Well, I did watch the game, as we all did, and that injury looked pretty real to me. Actually, we saw blood. I saw blood because I was actually at the game. I was behind the scenes, so no one could see me. So.
Well, apparently, since
Was I talking?
I was yes, you were. Now, apparently, when I was a cameraman, Richard, I'm
Hey.
the host.
Hey, you're not the host. You never were, you never will be. Hey,
Okay, that's fine.
Fuck up and then you continue speaking.
All right.
Actually, you remind me of what I was saying because you're so freaking stupid. I can't remember what I was saying. So why would you bring it up again, huh? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You're all professional.
That David faked an injury. How do you think?
So, faked an injury?
Yes. Why?
I don't know you faked the injury.
Well, it was apparently I have a source that told me that David
Who's that source?
was apparently
Who's that
faking
source? Hey, guy? Who's
one
that source?
of our directors or producers. They said that he faked an injury so the Leos could win. Do you think that's true?
No. They were already winning.
Okay. Well, the Haram were actually coming back once again. It was 21-19.
And no, he actually did himself a favor. Getting, even if it was faking an injury. He did himself a favor. He got blessed being injured. He's a non-factor anyways. So he was effectively. But yeah, you fake it or not, he helped them either way.
Yeah, David was not the best performer during that game. He was, to be honest, one of the reasons why they dropped the lead so far for Haram to come back to make it 21-19. Now let's talk about Haram. Let's talk about the player that I said that was underrated. Looks like I was wrong. Bryce. Bryce is the GOAT. Bob, what do you think? You think Bryce is the GOAT?
No, I don't. If you actually watch the game, he's actually. If you can argue, he was the worst player, even though he
what the?
towards the end he was banging those shots. He wasn't doing it efficiently. And if you really watch it, he actually sucks. Especially because he got jumpers. He was very inconsistent. He's an inconsistent player. I don't know why everyone thinks he's so freaking good. I think Friday's.
Well, the reason why they came back was because of Bryce's shooting. Now, yes, it wasn't the most efficient, but he was making the shots and were the
He came back because he was chucking up shots, Hail Marys.
He wasn't chucking the shots up. I'm saying they weren't. No. I'm saying they weren't. You're right. They weren't that efficient. They weren't. He was definitely missing some, but still, it wouldn't have been 21-19 without Bryce's shooting.
Look, give Friday the ball more often. Gonna hit his shots.
Body, no offense, love the guy. He didn't do much during that game. He had like 4 points. Apparently he had 6, according to him. But he didn't do much during that game. You said, and I quote, that he's the best player on that team and he will be the only one to carry them all the way to victory. And they did not win. You have anything to say about that, Bob?
He is the best player on the team.
Why is that?
And the fact people treat it like Bryce was LeBron on the 07 Cavs is absolutely ridiculous to me. The only person who's even close to LeBron James is Body. Bryce had Benson, Daniel Gibson, Eric Snow, Anderson Varejao. Julius Stodowskis, you know? He's not what people think, and the people who say he's the best player just don't know ball. And as a guy who was in the PBA back in the 80s and won 5 championships, I would know what a good player is because I was that good player. I was the best player. And I can tell eyesight. He's not the best player. He was a fluke game, and you'll see next time he plays, he can absolutely suck in the fucking ball.
It's crazy how you're saying you're the best player in all those 5 championships or whatever, but everyone's forgotten about you.
Look,
Nobody remembers you. You suck.
the PBA back in the 80s was that monster.
Well, I mean, winning 5 championships has to be a record, right?
But it is. It's most.
And how come nobody can remember you?
Because everyone's out playing against plumbers, Jake. They plumbers at the time.
You was too, because they're not good.
Were you in the other PBA? No, you weren't.
No,
You were a fan watching me from sidelines.
I was born in the 80s.
How old are you, son?
I'm 19.
Well, excuse me, you look older than you look. So.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways,
You might have.
let's not get sidetracked. Now, one of the players that we weren't talking about, Haram, was Hudson. He was, quite frankly, playing at the same level as Spotty. Now, the paint was his best friend. He didn't take that many shots from the arc. He was low-key getting a little bit dominated by Anthony there, but we'll talk about him later. Me, personally, I still believe that he can be an MVP caliber player. I see potential. Now, of course, the first game, he didn't do good, like I said. He might have been nervous. It might have been the first game blues, right? Bob, what do you think?
I think that Hudson still absolutely fucking sucks. Look, you can blame it on the first game. You can blame it that he's a rookie. But at the end of the day, full basketball, ladies and gentlemen, and you got to play at your best. And I think he's never going to play at his best because he doesn't know how to use his body.
That's true.
And I think he's just soft in general. And again, body is still the best ever. So,
Best ever, and he didn't do much.
well, I mean,
Exactly. Now, what we're going to talk again is about Bryce. Bryce. Is he the front runner for the MVP race?
no. No. This is laughable. Really, guys, come on.
You don't think he could potentially be the star player for the league? The
I
face of
still
the
think he's
franchise?
the star player of the league. It's a fluke game.
Well, okay.
It's
Well,
like Corey Brewer scoring 50-plus points in one game. You really think he's the best player in the NBA now? Now, look at the CBA. He's not that.
okay. Let's talk about the Leos now. So, the Leos, they came to victory, 21-19. Anthony being the MVP for their team. Like I said, the paint is also his best friend. He did phenomenal that game, I believe. And what I didn't talk about was his defense. He had the most blocks that game. He had the block on Hudson, which was quite crucial in the game. And I believe he had multiple blocks on Hudson, to be completely honest here. What do you see in Anthony, Bob?
I don't see really anything in Anthony, to be honest. I would say I see more in Oscar and Pablo more than anything.
Talking about Oscar, I was just received that he was spotted with the SA Lords. Is there a potential trade in there? You think he is recruiting one of the players with the SA Lords, or he might leave the Leos and go to the SA Lords? What do you think, Bob?
You and you freaking losers, man. Every time you see someone hang out with a great bud from another area,
Well,
It's
it
just-
was actually the SA Lords, not
Yeah.
just a bud.
that's what it is. It's just a bud.
Okay,
And you might say there's trade speculation, but there isn't.
I'm just feeding in what people are thinking. Now, speaking about the SA Lords, they potentially think that they are the best team in the league without even playing, first and foremost. Now, I mean, most of the team did play on that one-day contract, but the whole team did not play together. But they believe that they can destroy every team in the league. Do you think that's true, Bob?
Yes, a good friend of mine, referee Richard, he told me, he's real close with the SA Lords, and since he's part of the Whistle Mafia, they're really good. They're close.
Great dynamic, you believe?
And I agree. He said they're the best team, and do I believe that? Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Now let's lead into some drama. From what I've heard recently in the PBA community, that Haram is facing quite the big backlash of not using any of their subs into the game. But from what I've gotten, is that the subs denied entry into the game. They didn't want to play at all. They just wanted to be in the bench, keep it warm, and watch the team lose. Bob, what do you think about that?
Well, they're not really keeping it warm since it's a hot tub, so it's going to be warm at all times. But I think it's best that they stay their asses in there because you don't want to take body out the game. It's the best I don't mostly Bryce out the game. I watched the game.
Well, okay.
I watched the game and Bryce was fatigued.
Let me.
That's the
Well,
reason.
Bryce said that he wanted to stay in the game. That was not the reason they lost. They came back before it was 21-19. Before it was 21-19, it was 20-19. Bryce was the reason they scored 19 points. They were down 20-6, I believe. I believe they were down 20-6.
That's the reason they lost that game.
I don't believe so.
The last shot he took, it hit the freaking top of the backboard.
Bro, so did the Leos. They took them a while to score the last point as well, I believe.
Put in Bryce's legs.
That's ridiculous. But I do agree that they should have probably stayed on the bench for some players, not quality. Because Moses, no, I didn't see him play, but what I was informed that he wasn't that good. And the little Anthony guy, I don't know who that guy is, but I don't know if he was good either. I don't know. They both denied being in the game anyway, so they probably weren't that good in order to be in the game. But let's not talk about the bench right now.
I want to talk about the bench. I want to talk about Moses here for a second, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, go ahead, Patty.
They should have used Moses. He could have guided them through the sea, just like Moses did with the Israelites. Take him. He would have done the same thing. He would have guided them with body. And just letting y'all know, Moses is a really good player. Really good player. He's important to this team like Moses is important to his people. So.
Now, someone that we talked about in our last episode was Mauricio Carbajal. He was a free agent, but at the last minute, at the end of the game, he was signed by Haram. How do you think that will affect him?
As a friend of Mauricio, it's pretty exciting, even though he sucks, and I don't think he's gonna help them much. Well,
Not being on the physicality end?
that's probably the only part, but body's pretty physical, so he's like LeBron. But I'm excited, but he sucks. He's a liability on scoring, defense. All he's gonna do is really gonna be rough with everyone. Just gonna get technical foul from the best ref in the business.
Speaking of technical fouls, Raul, he was quite throwing the haymakers, as you could say. He was being very physical, yet the referee Richard was calling no technical fouls. Bob, what do you think about that?
I think he's a amazing call. I'm not calling him a call because physicality is a part of the game. And
But you just said that Mauricio, him being physical, he's gonna get called for text by Richard.
yes, there's a difference between physicality and being a nuisance.
How do you think he's gonna be a nuisance? He's gonna do what?
He's gonna be hitting people, dude. He's gonna be drowning them. Raul was not drowning anybody.
He was using his elbows everywhere he went.
It's part of basketball.
Part of basketball. So if Mauricio did that, you think Richard's gonna call technical on him, or just
Yes, I know very well. I know what he likes to call.
Okay, well that's
You don't think he's the best in the business?
something.
Best in the business.
I think Mauricio's a good player.
No,
I see
the
growth.
referee's the best in the business.
I think he's ass and ugly.
You think he's ass?
Yep.
Well, look at you, big bud.
Yep.
Look at you.
Look at him getting angry.
Don't.
It looks like Richard might be Bob's gay lover. I don't know about you guys.
Well, we just fucked back in '82.
Okay, he's gay.
There was not.
Bob Hogan, the first homosexual PBA player.
Not a gayness. It was out of love.
Anyways, that is all for today's show. Thank you for joining me, Bernard.
I have one last thing to say. Body, I love you. I think you're the best player on the team. I just want to talk about why the hell are you a horrible team captain? As much as I played you, you really suck being a team captain. Okay, you don't know how to coach your players. You don't know how to utilize your bench. Even though they suck and they're the greatest, take Grace out of there. Take his ass out of there. Be tough with him and tell him he's ass. Get him out of there. Put him Moses. He'll win the game with y'all. And I just want to tell you that. I know you're watching this. You listen to every word I say since I'm your biggest fan, your biggest blazer. For right reasons, of course. But He's got to be better, the team captain, and stop getting those tentacles. You and Hudson, stop getting those tentacle pals. I'm talking back to the greatest ref of all time.
I heard the ref is the Tony Brothers of the PPA. What do you think about that, Bob?
I disagree. I think he's more of like, I don't know who's the best. I don't know who to compare him to, but there's no one you can compare him to. He's so damn good at his job. He's like the Will Chamberlain of refs, I'll tell you that. But that's all I'm going to say, and you can end it off.
I'll say one last thing about Foddy. If he was a good team captain, he would sub himself out because he was holding the team back. Anyways.
Well, no one takes anything you say seriously, so you can keep saying that, but no one will agree.
All right. Anyways, thank you for joining us on the sit down. I'm Ryan Rodriguez. That is Bob Hogan. We'll catch you next time.